Well, hey there everyone, welcome back to Kenshi. So I went ahead and skipped a little bit ahead, if you noticed, from our last video where we were beating up bandits that were attacking our town. We're almost done with level 3 of our research, which is great, because then we'll be able to unlock new weapons, new mining levels, new everything. It'll be exciting. So we're gonna have katanas. I really want to start making katanas for our whole group, and weaponsmithing advanced unlocks different types of weaponsmithing. Apparently there are different types of weapons you can make. I mean, you can make katanas, right? But there are different types of katanas you can make. You can make like an industrial katana or a katan, 007, 00 whatever katana, and so on and so forth. So like there are different variations of every weapon you can make, which is pretty cool. We've been getting a lot of ore because Keeman's still a little slow here on the weaponsmithing. He just kind of started, so that's okay. So we still got our little operation going with the building materials. We're gonna get advanced outposts here after level 3, I believe. Maybe it's level 4, I don't know. But once we get that, those will start using a lot of building materials. Also, with the latest update coming out, I wasn't sure whether or not our buildings would transfer because it is buggy, and I've had buildings clip through the ground, so I'm not sure if that means some might disappear or what. So I was afraid of that, so I wanted to stockpile a lot of building materials in the meantime, even though it really doesn't seem like I need them now. I might need them in the future. So right now everything's going pretty well. I think I'll go ahead and skip ahead here until something more interesting happens, or until we unlock something. Okay, so we just finished the next research level, and we also started upgrading our stone processor up there. See the other guys running to go help build it since they've got nowhere to put their stone anymore. So that's good. As soon as we get that up and running, we'll be able to divert one of the people currently working on it away to go do something else. Not that there's much for him to do yet. I think once we get our loom up to make fabric, which we haven't built yet, but I want to get building so we can make fabric, and we'll need someone on that farm as well. The well is now automated, which is good. So once we get that up and running, we'll need the people, so it's now just upgrade it. Also makes things more efficient, I believe, which is good. Efficiency. Yay. So I'll cut it to something more interesting. Alright, so this is the next major thing I did. I leveled up my research bench to level 3. Now, doing this, I wasn't sure if this was going to fit. It looks like everybody can still get in, so that's good. Just got enough materials in order to build this thing. For some reason, there was a little thing going on where it was starting me at like 50% of the materials needed already. Maybe that's because it was an upgrade. I don't know, but that was pretty nice. Now that I've got that, I'll be able to open up a lot more technologies that I can start upgrading. Also, a few minor things I did. You see the guy in the back there training. I diverted him away from the stone processor because we had leveled that up earlier, and it no longer needed him. So I just leveled up that training dummy to Mark II and had him train on there. So. Alright, let's see, we got a large house, we got a stone refinery level 2, wells, level 4, you got a few nice things. So I'm just going to start right out the gate with level 4, because there's a lot of stuff I would need to research here. So we'll toss all that stuff in, come over here, finish up pretty much everything. So we have a long list of things to do now. Level 4 will be done here first thing, so maybe that'll unlock a new research bench, or maybe that'll just unlock even more technologies. Who knows? We'll find out, won't we, in a few hours here. In-game, of course, not here. So, well, yeah, just in-game, because there's only like 2 technologies ahead of it. So, in the meantime, I'm just gonna have everybody go back to the regular thing. I need more building materials, because you saw a large house there. Maybe you'll want to build a large house, you know? That'd be nice. That you know, we still need to upgrade things. You know, when that level 4 comes out, maybe we'll get a new research bench, which means I'll again need to upgrade that research. Just not sure if anything else is going to fit in that building, but, well, it's worth a try. I don't want anyone getting stuck, though, you know. Also, I think I'm going to need a research or a weapons bench level 2. You see here, me just messing around with where I want to put a windmill. Maybe I'll put a windmill in. It just creates wind power. It produces less power than a generator, but it looks nicer, so it's nice to have around. it's animated, the wheel actually turns, so it's kind of cool, you know. Doing a little quick save here, so that way in the event the game crashes, I don't lose any of my progress. So I don't end up putting this down. I'm thinking about where maybe want to place it, and I can't really find a good spot for it yet, so I'm not going to put it down. But yeah, for now I just have that guy training over there on that training dummy that I leveled up. I noticed I could put the windmill like all the way in the ground, and I could bring it up all the way out too. It was kind of fun to do. I do need more power actually, because the research bench is using more power now. So I decided just to throw a generator down, because generators are more efficient and I really need them. They produce a lot more power. And as you level up generators, you don't actually need to go in and increase the generator level. It just increases their efficiency, so they produce like 5 more power on every generator you have automatically. You don't even need to level them up, which is cool. So that way you never really have to worry about spending resources on messing with your power supply. So the research bench is leveled up, and it's using a little more power, and we've got our weapons bench still producing weapons. So that's all good. We're about to level up something else here. As you can see in the research there, I want to level up my ore mining and my stone mining again, so that way I can divert a few more people out of there, and those few more people I can then send to the fabric loom, which I haven't built yet, but I will build, and the hops farm, or whatever farm that is over there, with the green plants, bushes, rather than just farms of wheat. And there we'll be able to start producing fabric. And I think I also need fabric for weapons. I'll need them for like the more advanced weapons like katanas I want to build when I upgrade my weaponsmithing there. I'll need a better weaponsmithing bench, and then it'll start using cloth and raw ore. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully everything gets underway nice and smoothly. No more bandit attacks, so we can just skip ahead here to the next thing, which will hopefully be us building another bench or upgrading. Alright, so right here I'm kind of exploring the crafting menu. You can see all the different kinds of weapons you can make here. You can have short katanas, straight katanas, normal katanas. You know, you can have horse choppers, and look at all of the variations of every different type of thing there. There are industrial, there's 003, there's rusting blades, there's everything, industrial 004. There's just, and as you increase your levels there, in terms of your advanced weaponsmithing, more of those will become available, more variations of the same blade, which is cool. And each one has their own attributes, like industrial will increase attack, or no, will increase like defense and decrease attack. Or if it's a katana, it'll balance it out a little more, because katanas already have that attack bonus, and then Katan 007 will increase your attack but decrease your defense. And so it's all based on your playstyle there, on how you want your characters to evolve in their fighting skills. And you want them to have a ton of attack power but no defense power, and just hope the armor stops that so they can just hack and slash. Or do you want them to be like tanks when they walk through the desert, just be like, yeah, I'm a tank, and then take no damage? Which I guess is where the taunt mechanic will come in, is you'll have like several of your players become tanks, or several of your characters that become tanks with tons of armor and big heavy weapons. They'll block everything, and if they manage to get a hit off, it just does a ton of damage, but they're slower. And then you'll have all of like your ninjas almost running around with katanas with huge attack bonuses, but with a little armor, so that way they're not constricted on their movement, and little defense on their weapons. So maybe that's the idea there. Actually, I'm sure that's the idea there. So we'll see how that goes, because we haven't really gotten to the point where we can effectively do that, because not everyone's equipped with the heavy armor. We don't really have any heavy armor yet. We've got light armor, which is good. Especially when you're fighting bandits, because bandits really don't have anything. But if we ever go to war with a faction and try and take over an entire city, well, that's going to be slightly more difficult. So, in the meantime, I guess we'll just keep on building, keep on researching, keep on mining, stick to the regular schedule. I'm going to go ahead and cut ahead here. Things are going to start speeding up a little bit in terms of me just cutting ahead now. because the research is taking a little while longer, and there's not really much to do in between other than, you know, kind of micromanage your people, which is fun for me, but probably not too interesting to watch, and so I'm just going to cut ahead here. You can see I'm building my shop in that store finally. I have enough building materials to do so, and I figure I'll start selling those weapons that Keeman there is making. Though I'm not sure if people will buy weapons you've made. I think they'll only buy trade goods, which is unfortunate, but whatever. And I also just noticed there's a large shop there that I could have put in the corner that looks better than that small shop. But I was stupid and didn't pay attention, so now there's going to be a small shop in the corner. I'm also going to put some storage in there later on, because we will need more storage. So it's nice to have a big building like that. You can put a lot of storage in, and so on and so forth. So. Alright, time to cut ahead. Alright, so we're getting our weaponsmithing bench Mark II. This is the one that requires fabric and ore, but I noticed that Keeman there wasn't building anything, because apparently it doesn't work that way. You can't just build katanas on a small level 1 weapons crafting bench, which makes sense, but didn't really think about it at the time. So I just diverted all the ore mining people over there, because we really don't need ore mining people if they're not using the ore for anything. So hopefully we'll be able to build that up here shortly and get that up and running. We are going to need to divert several people though in order to fully man that. Luckily I do think we do have 2 spare people. So we'll have one on the fabric loom, which I have yet to build. I will build it. I keep talking about it. I'm going to build it. I just been putting it off. Really haven't been thinking about it so much when I'm playing. So we do have enough people to divert to that. We'll probably take the guy training and the guy building that's little shop over there right now. So I'm going to go ahead and cut ahead to the next segment. Alright, so we are finally building that fabric loom I've been talking about. Because now all weapons production has halted because there's no fabric to put into the weapons crafting bench. So I'm taking one person away from the ore mining to go build the fabric loom, and eventually I'm going to take my trainer over there to go, or the guy training over there. Also, I'm going to level up that stone mine so I can effectively divert someone rather than, you know, taking out some efficiency and some power from a certain resource node. I'll just be able to phase them out with the latest and greatest technology of stone mining, which I have discovered thanks to Nando and Nate working on their benches. So I've got one person over there working on our farm, and the other stone mining people are hard at work upgrading their little stone mine. And then I'm going to take that guy, one of the guys, back to the ore mine, I believe, unless that's at max efficiency. I can't remember if that was at max efficiency already or not. I don't think it was, but the stone mine will be with one person down now, so that's okay. Yeah, the ore mine was already at max efficiency. So now we have 3 extra people. Well, you know, things aren't going too bad for us. We got a lot of extra people now, which is good. We'll be able to use them for other things, possibly training. I don't know. What else are we going to do here? We need armor smithing at some point. That's going to come along, hopefully. So with that armor smithing, we'll need them for that, of course. Then I guess we'll just be able to automate everything and go take over the world of Kenshi. But that comes later. So, going to cut ahead to the next segment. Alright, so I went and cut way ahead here, because as I said before, things are going to start speeding ahead. The next episode will be updated to 0.44. I'm getting this research bench leveled up to level 4. It looks like we're getting really close to the door here with this big research bench. But I'm pretty sure we can still fit in. Yeah, we can still squeeze in. So that's A-okay. It's looking pretty nice, this big research bench now. We got like huge things all over it now. This thing's becoming quite a big operation here to research. Still only requires one person to research stuff though, so I'm okay with that. Even though I do have 2 people researching. Whatever. So, yeah, the next time we visit this series, we will be in the 0.44 update world, which means I'm going to have to get rid of all of my armor, get new armor, deal with new kinds of enemies that have different armor now that didn't have that before, helmets, things like that. So we'll see. It's going to be exciting to explore that update with you guys. But for right now, I'm going to end it here. We are nearly done here. The research most of this research will be done in the next thing we go to, but I really don't do anything with it. I might have upgraded my mining once, maybe, not really, looking at the research now, so, because it does take a little while, and we're nearing the end of this footage. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to like, subscribe, comment below if you have any suggestions, and I'll see you guys next time.
Creeper.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, I really should sleep in a bed. This is getting...
For now, I don't have a mask. So yeah. I still got